So the narrative that forgiveness isn't for anyone else but you, I'm pretty sure it's a statement that we've all heard, right? But why is that? And this was a burning question amongst several other questions that I wanted to personally know. Why was forgiveness so much for self instead of other people? Why do we have to forgive other people for hurting us, for making us feel lesser than, for putting us in positions that are not favorable to us? Why do we have to forgive those who have hurt us instead of the other way around? And it's very hard to accept for most people, but the truth and God's honest answer is that no one makes you feel, no one makes you do, no one puts you in a position that you didn't want to be in the first. For example, as a trans woman, I have put myself in situations where I have fallen for people, where I have went out of my way to give to other people, where I have pretty much just bent over backwards and taken care of other people instead of myself when no one asked me to. These were just situations that I put myself in based off of how I was feeling or what I thought I should do. At no point in time, in some instances and our circumstances, you are put in situations where you are forced. And these aren't those situations that I'm talking about. I'm talking about these situations where you fall for people and you end up spending years crying, moping, chasing, and or running after someone who is showing you that they don't really want you. I'm talking about people who spend years at a job where they are being abused, neglected, and overworked just so that they can provide for their families. I'm talking about people accepting lesser than what they deserve because they feel that they deserve lesser than based off of the life situations and their circumstances that you are accustomed to. No one on this earth deserves to be treated like shit. So why do you give it to yourself? Essentially, you are giving yourself shit when you are accepting less, not only from other people, but from yourself. This is why forgiveness is so important, not for anyone else, but for self. Because at the end of the day, you and only you are in control of your life. If you give that power to someone else, that's not someone else's issue. That's your issue. That you are not strong enough. That you decided to be weak in moments where you weren't willing to stand up and or speak up for yourself. As trans women, as individuals, because you don't just have to be a trans woman to resonate with this video. As individuals, we have to stop placing blame on other people because our lives are not the way that it's supposed to be. Because we chose to put ourselves in situations where we felt that we were doing the right thing, but deep down inside we knew we weren't where we were supposed to. Find yourself in situations, you will find yourself dealing with people, you will find yourself in moments where you literally have to pull yourself out of a nasty ass situation. I'm telling you now, I've done it and I'm currently doing it still. Do it every single fucking day where you literally have to wake up and you have to remove yourself from people, from circumstances that no longer resonate with you. Why am I saying this? Because there are so many times I've heard people, and I don't like to talk about this a lot because I feel like every single person needs to find it on their own way. However, I will say this, and I've said this before, I've spoken on it a few years ago. There are people who wake up nowadays who see reoccurring numbers. There are people nowadays who begin to have dreams, prophetic dreams, or what they feel are prophetic dreams. There are people who are finding themselves in situations that no longer resonate with who they are. Why? It's not for me or anyone else to tell anyone how to live their life, but there are a lot of people who are engaging and embarking on spiritual awakenings and finding things that seem very terrifying, as far as having to step away, finding themselves stepping away from things that no longer resonate with them, waking up next to people that they don't feel attached to anymore, finding out that they've spent so many years building foundation with people who just not are as strong as them. There are so many people who are going through situations like this who are waking up and removing veils from their life. And I want to say that forgiveness for the things that you have done, the past that you have experienced in your past, is very important for yourself, because there are so many people who are going to wake up, who are going to have hate, who are going to be miserable, who are going to be envious, and who are going to be very angry over the life circumstances that they have built today based off of lies, based off of deception, based off of whatever circumstance it is that you put yourself into. Make sure that you are forgiving yourself if this is you, or if this is going to be you. Make sure you are forgiving yourself first and foremost for putting yourself in situations as such. Make sure that you are loving yourself so that you don't put yourself in situations moving forward. Make sure that you are taking the time. Make sure that you are giving yourself the nurturing and care so that no matter what happens in life, you always are able to get back up and keep. So, like, I like being motivational. It helps me, right? Everyone has something that they are really good at. I just so happen to be really good at using my voice, uplifting people, inspiring people, and telling people really what the fuck it is. In no way, shape, or form am I trying to coerce, trick, or make someone believe that the way that I live my life is suitable for you. I always tell you, if it resonates, let it marinate. With that being said, I want to take the time to make sure that I end this video right. I am very, very big on inspiring trans women to live in their truth. I am very, very big on inspiring anyone and everyone who feels like they are an outcast, who feels like they are just not giving themselves the best versions of themselves. I am very, 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 very serious about making sure that individuals find their voice, find who they are, stand in their truth, and live in it. If you are, and I've said this before, if you are trying to find your truth, if you are trying to stand in your truth, if you are trying to find your way, who you are, discover all of the bits and pieces that make you the beautiful individual that you are, no matter what it is that you've done, no matter where you've come from in life. If you are someone who's trying and you have individuals, whether it's a job, whether it's a friend, whether it's a mother, a father, a partner, I don't give a damn who it is. If you have someone who is holding you down, keeping you stuck, making you feel like you aren't good enough because you are trying to discover who it is that you are, or if you have someone who is literally holding you in a situation that no longer resonates with you, I want to spread this message because there are so many people who are going through this as well. If you are feeling tied down to a situation that no longer serves you, make sure that you are making wise and smart decisions to remove yourself so that you yourself can be prosperous in life. It's nothing worse than having a karmic ending with someone and having that shit fall back on you. So, sorry, my phone was going off. Make sure that you are loving yourself, you are loving your circumstances, you are appreciating your circumstances, even if you don't love them and or appreciate them. Make sure that you let them go with grace. The greatest advice that I can give anyone who watches any of my videos is that no matter what it is that you're going through in life, no matter where it is that you've come through in life, you always have an opportunity to make the best version of yourself shine through every single day. You are gifted with the sight of you're gifted, with the gift of eyesight. When you are gifted with the gift to be able to hear, to be able to see, to be able to walk, to be able to touch, taste, you are gifted with these senses to be able to do some extraordinary things. Don't waste them, and especially do not waste the voice that you were given, to make sure that you stand up and speak out. If you are in any way, shape, or form moved by the things that I say, if anything resonates with you, let it marinate. And always remember to always be choosing to be the best version of yourself, to love yourself, to discover yourself, treat people how you want to be treated. Make sure that the best version of you shines through.